Hello! I forgot to start the game. But hello regardless. Hello. Hi. You've been busy with a Koi Sudo fortune cookie side quest? Well, good luck with that. I don't know what that is, but I wish you good fortune. I forgot to turn on Muse Dash, which was the whole reason that today's stream even exists, because I want to play Muse Dash. I forgot to install, not install it, but there's a new update. Hardcore 10OC second collab has been updated. No, I don't want to use that. Hustle. Okay. Awesome possum. I should have started the game before the stream started. Who knows what's getting captured now, but it's okay. It's okay. You guys can't see it, but it's a really cute Miku. Speaking of things you can't see. Nah, I'll tell you later. I wanted to be a little surprise. I'm not even going to pretend. I'm just going to show up and everyone's going to be like, what happened? I'm going to start gaslighting people into thinking I've always looked like this. Actually, I think that would be even funnier. And you know what? I'll do anything for the bit. So, you know what? Let's go and get this game started. Let's get this game started. I'll do it right now. Frick it. They'll be like, what happened? I'll be like, you missed it. That's what happened. If you weren't here, I'm not gonna tell you. You missed it. You weren't there. Unfortunate for you. You missed it. Alright, so let's see. Pop our teas. Let's get this on the screen, shall we? Oh, it's too small. Oh no, it's because from the top was like a weird ratio. Which I'm not saying they're weird, it just was weird. This is fine. Do you see how cute that is? But if I click on it, there's always the VODs. Yeah, but the VODs aren't the same because I can't respond to you in the VODs. You know? Yeah. Thank you, groovy. Making groovy. Yeah, 39 Music is always like such a good song. Making groovy. But yeah, today's stream is going to be quite short, as all morning streams are. But this one is going to be specifically short because I am currently taking part in J3's Community Clash Marvel Rivals tournament with my team, Virtual Rivals, some of whom are members of Virtual Pulse, like myself. Today is day 2 of the open qualifiers, and we somehow, I think we were at like a 2-2 win rate, so we won 1, and then one was like a DQ, and another, I think the 2 we just got absolutely stomped on because if everyone's the exact same seed, then you're gonna get paired up with some like pretty monstrous people. So that was okay. So we managed to hold our own, and we're 2-2 now. Oh my god, my hands are so dry. I'll put my gloves on. Oh yeah. But I think this is actually really low. Oh yeah. So let me try turning it up for you guys. But hey there, hi there, hello, and welcome back to another stream with the one and only Bunny Eared Cryptid. Yours truly, Etro. Hi, It is I. I'm going to be placing my keyboard sideways. And we are going to be playing some Muse Dash for a little bit while I wait for the second half of the open qualifiers to start, which starts at 2 p.m. EST. So about, what, 3 hours from now? Yeah, 3 hours from now. But hey, hello, I have a new face, and we're going to be using this new face for a while, because I like it. I don't have the battery anymore, which is okay, because, like, low-key, I never really thought the battery kind of, like, mattered, because it didn't really ever change. It was always stuck at, like, 50%, and truly, like, my social energy is always at, like, maybe going into anything like 30%. Yeah, let's see. Is that too loud now? Dun, dun, dun. Can you hear it over me? That's the question. It's still offset, so I will never be on time with the music on stream, but all that matters is that my voice, or that my, not my voice, my hands are. Oh yeah. You can hear fine? Excellent. Except for when I turn the music off, right? Okay. But also, this is such an excellent, like, it's such a cute starting screen. So let's just get into it. Let's just get into it. Music. There is a new set of songs, I believe. Someone taught me. Particle motto tanoshi. Tanoshi. Oh, I get it! Tanoshi. 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 Fun! Hardcore fun! More hardcore fun! I finally got it. Who do we play as today? I don't know. I like the ballerina. I don't know, I'm a ballerina girly. She doesn't have a cap for him though, which is really sad. I think she should. Boss Girl is always a good one. The Dragon Girl, really good. Hello, Commander! Hello! Welcome! What do you think of my new face? It isn't fully optimized yet, but I think for what it is, it's working really well. I think for just day one, pretty good. Etro! Hello! Yura! Hi! Welcome, 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 welcome. We're playing the new pack. Oh, I've already played this one. Oh, this is an old one, but I like this one. Go! We have to do a warm-up. Warm-up match. Not bad. Not the bad though. Oh, and we unlocked Master because I still got an S! Despite missing 3. So the 3 was, I think, was 1 hold and then 1 note. I only tripped once. Not bad. La 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 la. Yes, Vera, how are you? How's it going? I'm sorry I can't really talk while I'm playing the actual chart. Hold that thought. Let me move some things around so that I can still see you guys. So I can still see the screen. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay, that's amazing. That's perfect. And now I can see the screen and you. Okay. We unlock masters? We unlock masters? Yes, I'm playing on easy. This is all warm up. This is my first time playing in like a week. I'm always so rusty even though I play this game. Like, I love this game so much. This song is like if a cartoon were music and only music. Whoa. Oh, combo! Food combo! Oh, combo. Okay. Yeah, this song is very goofy. Very silly. Oh, I finally got the Christmas illustration. It's almost February. Alright, let's play the hard version to unlock the master. Ready? Go! Just so many sound effects. I messed up because I was trying to hit the ghosty notes. I was trying to hit the ghost notes. No, I think I still got an S though. Yeah, dozen des. I still got an S though. No bad. No bad. Okay, next. Next. Oh, that song's so goofy. Oh, the master's a 10. Oh, the vaporwave illustration. I gotta see what that looks like. Knowing that the master isn't already unlocked tells me that it's 10 or higher. And like honestly, with the BPM, I just know it's a 10 or higher. When I turn up the bass.
Watch the world burn.
They love it when I turn up the bass.
Watch the world burn.
Oh my goodness. Ah, the new model's really cute. Hello, thank you, Thuan. Thuan. I'm calling you Lithuan. Lithuan. Hello, welcome. Hello. Oh, let me make sure everything's going. The new model's really cute. Thank you. Trying to hide my gremlin as much as possible. Much as possible. Another S. Easy. That song was fun. I like how they increased the BPM at the end. Did we get the... Oh, we got it! Okay. Everyone get out of my way. Let me see my illustration. Where is it? It's gotta be down here. Oh, no, that's a new. I already have that one. That was the HoloLive collab. I love the elevator music. I wish I could get the composer. I wish I could work with the composer for my streams. It's just me in an elevator waiting to start stream. Okay, I've seen this one, seen this one, seen this one. Where is it? Did I pass it? I think I passed it. No. Why did they give them to me out of order? Why have you done this? It's gone forever. It's gone forever. Wait, what? Where did it go? No, it's... I probably looked right at it. No! It can't be true. I just want to see the pretty art. Can I see the pretty art, please? Specifically, that one. Like, all of it is pretty. It's your second favorite of the pack? What do you mean? Of the pack? Give it! Release it. Oh, there it is! Ah, it's so cute! Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. What is it? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. The song earlier? Oh my god, this song is wild. You're the boss today. Congratulations to Rin for earning a one-day Gigantification experience card. Oh, Pongko. Ooh, happy Wednesday! Wednesday! Oh, let's go. That's cute. Happy Wednesday! Alright. Redelice? Oh my gosh. Some of these, like, old school artists are coming out to start making songs for me, which is so good. Okay. I don't know if I have a favorite song of the pack yet, because genuinely I just started playing the pack today. We'll see. Hardcore 楽しい Hardcore 楽しいずっと見てるよ。おー、ハードコア楽しい、ハードコア楽しい。ハードコア楽しい。I like it. ハードコ tanoshi. You know, I just realized what hardcore Tanoshi. I was calling it Tanoshi. Tanoshi, and I was like, what an interesting name. It's hardcore Tanoshi. I'm stupid. Oh, a Christmas song! In January? More likely than you think. More likely than you think. The chant gives me so much hype. Hardcore Tanoshi! Hardcore Tanoshi! Yeah. Oh gosh! Flashbang! It's Christmas again! I don't know if we unlock the master with this one, boys. Ah! Because I didn't jump in time. I thought the song was over. Ah, we still got it. Oh, thank gosh. I thought I missed way more than 4. All the hardcore Tanoshi song in this pack has a hidden. So many games. So many games got this song for Christmas. Really? This is the only rhythm game I play right now. At the top of your head, you can think of Muse Dash, Paradigm Reboot, Figuros, and you're quite sure there are more. Oh! This is the only rhythm game I play right now, other than the occasional, like, arcade rhythm game when I'm, like, out at a convention or something like that. But I would not be surprised. It's a Christmas song, you know. Little fun fact, the song was also the odd one out for Figuros' Christmas updates. Usually in that game, the song is always made by A39 and sung by Miku. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Alright, was that all of them? Oh. I'm missing one. Have you tried Bits and Bop? Not yet. I want to. So, I saw it. I saw it on X, and I was like, I need Bits and Bop. Because it's basically Rhythm Heaven, but like 2025, right? I need Bits and Bop, actually. Would you guys want me to play Bits and Bop on stream? Should I even bother with it, or should I just keep it in my library as something that I enjoy in my own free time? Let's see. Oh yeah, Woolhaven is out. It's the new Cult of the Lamb DLC is out. Oh, we can get the demo! I'll install the demo for sure. Yeah. Similar to games you've played, Muse Dash and Melatonin. Yeah. Fira, have you played Melatonin? It's a good game. I think you'd like it. It's basically like Rhythm Heaven, but it helps you sleep because it's very dreamy. Yeah. Do you have it? I just installed the demo. I haven't bought the game yet. I'm gonna install the demo. Should we play it today? Should we play it now? I can play the demo now. Well, not now. I'm gonna do this song first. If the others enjoy it, then I'm chilling. Okay. We'll see. Bits and Bobs is the official successor and you personally vibe with it. Yeah. We can play the demo later. Or today, because like we still have time. This song sounds busy. I don't know if I like it yet. You haven't played Melatonin? You should play. Oh my gosh, you should definitely play it. You should definitely play it. You don't need melatonin because I'm pretty sure you sleep just fine. But like, you do and you don't. But you should play the game. This song sounds like it's about to be all over the place. What is that? Fira? What was that? These eyes see all, you know. Melatonin is a very short game, though. And it's one of those games you would just replay just for the vibes, or just for the aura of it all. Why does she have so many cooking utensils? I can see what you've done! What have you done? Ah, Anna! Oh my gosh, I knew that song was going to be all over the place. Too much of a hardcore rhythm gamer to play Melatonin? That's when you go for the 100%. If you are a hardcore rhythm gamer, then you should play it because you gotta go for the 100%. Also, I realized that my lights weren't on. I didn't turn my lights on. So I was just streaming in the dark. That's what that notification sound was. Yeah, I have PC sounds turned on, so you can hear the scuff in real time if I forget to do something. You can always hear like literally anything. What have you done? What did you do? Gosh darn it! I knew it! Fira! That's what you sound like. Hold on. Also, I didn't get to showcase it too much because we're busy. But what do you think? What do you think? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Yeah. I did it. I did it. I accidentally like I was doing a lot of like recolors and like fully customizing everything, and I didn't go back to the parameters again because I know better, but the first time I installed this model I broke it. So don't ask me how, but I will find a way, and I did, and I broke it. So I had to reinstall, recustomize, and recolor everything. But now look at me. Look at me. I want all of you to look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. I want all of you to look at it. I'm ugly. Say it. I'm ugly and I'm proud. Say it. You're what is this like? I'm ugly. You're ugly and what? I'm ugly and proud. And bad. Proud. I'm ugly and I'm proud. I am ugly and I'm proud. I can't. It's probably one of my favorite moments from SpongeBob. You're ugly and what? I can't do a good Patrick Star voice. I can't do a good Patrick Star voice without just like sounding really dumb. But I think that's kind of the whole shtick, right? You have to sound stupid. You dig the hair in the green crop? Well, you know what's crazy about this? I've always had the crop. It's always been here. Look at that. It's always been here. I'm currently zoomed in, so the camera only goes like this far. But you get it. What are you? A bunny sandwich. A bunny and what? I'm Boonwee and I'm proud. I'm Boonwee and I'm proud. Louder! I'm ugly and I'm proud! You've never seen my body below the crop? You never asked. You never asked. I have the camera zoomed in. What do you need to see my whole body for? It's a stream. It's face cam. Yeah. What do you need to see? What do you need to see? I could have asked. Dude, yeah, you could have asked. How I would have responded is another question, you know? There's no such thing as a stupid question, only appropriate answers to your question. There once was an ugly bunnicle that was so ugly that everyone died. The end. And he's just like, it's the cutest face. He just goes, asking is always good. Yeah, you could have asked. The entire time you could have asked. Like I said, you can always ask. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. It's just I need people to understand that they may or may not be prepared for the answers, you know? That's what all of my teachers said until I get humiliated in front of the entire class. Well, those teachers were rude. Now, students, your peers are some of your biggest ops, and you need to be aware of that. You need to be aware that at any moment, if you ask a question that someone else thinks is stupid, they have every right to say, what the fuck? So wow. But if a teacher says that's a dumb question, that's just toxic. They're a toxic teacher and they need to be called out for it. Truly. Teachers are sadists. Not all teachers, right? Some of them are in it for the content. Some of them are in it for the clout. Some of them actually want to teach you something and impart knowledge onto like the new generation. Some of them just like to yap. Like for every kind of like it's tough. It's tough out there. And what sucks is that like they don't really get like peer reviewed at all, right? Because teaching is a very hard job in general. Because imagine like you know how you're on Reddit, right? And like someone comes to you with a question on how to fix something very particular on Reddit and you tell them and you got it and they're like, oh, thank you. Or they don't respond at all. That doesn't happen. In real life, if a teacher stands in front of the class, a teacher has to stand in front of a class with a prepared lecture of knowledge, of empirical knowledge, and then also like try to help you understand that empirical knowledge with anecdotal like like storytelling and all of that. There's a lot of work that goes into like trying to teach someone something and then also having it stick. I could just yell facts at you all day, right? But I'm not doing my job as like a teacher or an instructor or a mentor if you don't retain any of that knowledge. I like, and I would feel it's so stressful knowing that like with one bad personality trait or one bad lesson plan, you could low-key like mess up this kid's future, because you can't like trust those kids to like teach themselves or study on their own. You can't assume, please do not assume that I'm going to go home and study something that I'm actively not interested in. Like, you have to make sure that I know exactly what I'm supposed to know for like the upcoming test. Like, please assume, like when you're a teacher, you have to assume that every single kid is stupid and it is just like a blank slate. You cannot assume that like they have any sort of knowledge, or you can. It's like one or the other. It's really, like I said, it's really hard, and it really just comes all down to like how you interact with people socially. Like, it's a very like, if you're a teacher, you're basically a social worker, man, because on top of teaching them things, you also have to like keep the peace in a classroom. Like, you have to impart knowledge and sometimes morals and ethics, while also maintaining like the peace and the status quo, so that you can have a peaceful environment, so that you can learn things. And it doesn't help that I was the kid in the class who I just slept. Like, I already knew half the stuff they were trying to teach me, or I finished my work in advance, so I would just fall asleep. I was actively not interested, because in my brain, you had nothing to teach me, because everything you were teaching everyone else in the class, I already knew. So that didn't help at all. Like, you have to be a teacher. Sometimes you have to be aware of like the fact that there's like one person in the room who doesn't need to be there, okay? And you kind of have to ignore him. You once had a teacher in high school that was so spiritual, we assumed she was running a cult. I once had a teacher in high school that didn't actually like the fact that I had basically clept out of algebra because I took like trigonometry in middle school. Like trigonometry and almost calculus in middle school, but then I moved to a different country where those classes weren't really available to someone in like my grade, so I had to kind of take a free class where I basically had to take algebra 2 all over again in high school. But I already knew algebra 2. I was in math theory at the time. I was in mathematical analysis. Like, it was basically physics. It was like the math part of physics. That's where I was. That was my level of like mathematical knowledge before I moved to this different country where they didn't have that course. But I also, because I was in that specific grade, still had to take this version. I don't know, it was weird. So basically I had to take this math class that I was overqualified for. So she would assign work, I would do the work, and then I would have nothing to do for an hour and a half. Like, basically each class slot was like an hour and a half long, and I'd finish all the work she assigned, because I stopped listening, because I was like, I already know everything in this class. You give me this book. We had textbooks back then, right? I was like, you give me this textbook, I can solve this entire textbook in a month, okay? Your entire, like, 9 months of work means nothing to me, because I'm not supposed to be here! So I'm just doing this because the principal told me I had to! So, like, I'm minding my own business. I basically take this class as study hall. She didn't like that because she didn't know. Apparently, no one told her that I had already basically clept out. I was exempt from this class. I was just in it for, like, I guess that country's credits. Like, I don't know. It was weird. But I didn't say it or anything. I was just like, I would just do the work, and then I would turn it in. Obviously, right? I knew what I was doing, so that I would just go to sleep, or I would write in my journal, and she didn't like that. So one day, this teacher, she was a troll of a woman. Troll of a woman. The village takes all kinds, but like, she stole my journal because she didn't like that I was writing in it. I was literally just writing like fanfic. Not about any characters. I was just writing stories because I had nothing else to do. So I was just writing stories about just random scenarios, just practicing like my handwriting, doing whatever. Just literally anything but falling asleep, essentially. Because I had to stay awake and pretend that there was only 20 people in this classroom. So if I fell asleep, it was a big problem. And she already didn't like the fact that like she already didn't like me, right? So just imagine, like, one day she walks up to me and she's like, why are you not doing like algebra in my class? This is a math class, you have to do math here, what is this? So she confiscated my journal. I say stole, but yeah, she stole it in plain day. And I was a little rebel back then, and her desk, I say she was a troll because not only was she short, but she was also like a hoarder. Like, she kept her classroom absolutely disgusting. Like just stuff everywhere, coffee cups, that kind of teacher. And one day I decided I wanted my journal back. I wanted my journal back. So after we were like dismissed, I went over to her desk. I saw my journal and I took it back because I genuinely thought, she keeps this place so messy, there's no way she's going to notice a journal missing. And she didn't for like a good 2 hours, right? But someone snitched and told her that I took something off of her desk. So this troll follows me to my biology class, which I had next period. She followed me and made a big stink out of how I stole something off of her desk, when I literally go, this is mine. She tries to make me give it back to her. She's like, you stole something. I'm here to confront the student that stole something off of my desk. And I go, yeah, my journal. My journal. And like, she tried to embarrass me, and I was like, that's a definition of a bad teacher. Like, she doesn't bother to get the note a student. She doesn't bother to, like, she doesn't bother to do anything except, like, she's teaching out of the book, right? Like, she's just teaching straight out of the textbook, which lets me know that I'm like, okay, you studied this 2 days before you taught it to me, which is interesting, but it's a tactic, okay? But also, you only cared about exerting your authority. How petty do you have to be? How much, this is how I knew she didn't like me. How petty do you have to be to realize that the A+ student in your class who doesn't actually need your class is doing everything in her power not to upset you, and you still go out of your way to make sure that you are the one in charge and that she knows it? And I still didn't respect her. In fact, I respected her even less after that, because how do you follow me to my next class and then try to embarrass me? She stole something. Yeah, my stuff. It was funny because the next day she made a big deal about giving it back. It was even funnier. The next day I went back and she was like, I'm going to give this back to you. And I was like, yeah, because you probably read it, realized you couldn't fucking read it. Sorry, I wrote in cursive at the time because I don't know, it was, cursive is cute. So I write in cursive. Actually, I currently still write in cursive a lot of the time. So she probably opened it. She probably thought I was like writing a bunch of like very like bad things in the notebook, but in reality she realized she couldn't like read it. So she made a big deal. She's like, okay, I will now give this back to you. It was a whole thing, and I didn't tell anybody. I didn't make a big deal. I didn't go to the store or like go to the store. I didn't go to the principal's office or anything like that. I just let it happen, and like all my friends were like, what was that about? And I was like, I don't know. As you do when you're in high school, right? You're just like, they're like, what was that about? Psh, I don't know, man. Anyways, you guys would have cut class, and it's like, yeah. Well, I didn't actually cut class. We had like study hall, which was essentially like a free elective where you could go wherever you want. So during study hall, that was our version of like cutting class, because if you got permission, you could completely go to like another teacher's classroom. So I would go to my Mandarin teacher's classroom because he had a tatami mat like set up in there, and we could drink tea and learn HTML code in there while also learning like bonus Mandarin. It was actually pretty cool. And it was way better than having to sit in my algebra teacher's class. So after that, I just like, she stopped picking on me. I think after that, they were like, why are you picking on this student? She has an A+ in every grade. She has an A+ in every class. She's not doing anything wrong. She's literally a mouse. W Mandarin teacher. Yeah, he was pretty cool. We got to like cook like pot stickers in the class one day. But yeah, that's how I learned like basic HTML there. I learned like Mandarin a little bit, just a little bit, and it's like it helped me get away from like her. They were like, no, she's like, when other teachers don't like you, you know you're a bad teacher. They were like, oh, who are you coming from? Did you get permission? Like, who are you coming from? They have to ask. They know where to send you back to. And they realized I was coming from like the Algebra 2 teacher, and they're like, oh, sit down. Go ahead. Come in. Sit down. You're okay here. You're safe here. Like, I don't know why she's such a bitch. Just because you stole from Etro doesn't mean you could take from Etro. Yeah, it was so funny how I like genuinely, I like that's how petty she was, because I don't think she realized it. I think either someone snitched or she was just clocking me so hard that she just like knew it was gone or something like that. I don't know. It was weird. I fell asleep. It was a great time. Okay. Oh my god, I was supposed to be installing bits and bobs. But yeah, I'm sorry, that was a weird tangent, but like being a teacher is hard. I still don't like her, you know? Like, I'm not in high school anymore, but I still don't like her. I don't think that was a really good teaching method, especially considering that I had like really good teachers in middle school. So I already had like a pretty high standard for what I thought like teachers were supposed to be. And then to go from that and then I had really good teachers in high school too, in like my first country. And then I went to the second one and had to transfer. And I was like, oh, this is what it means to be a bad teacher. You know, like I finally understood it. And I was like, teaching is hard, but like being a person, like being you can still be a good person. You can try, as long as you're trying your best is fine, but it didn't seem like she was trying her best. It seems like that she had lost control of the situation because people had kind of realized how inept she was at her job, and like she's tenured or something. I don't know. I could psychoanalyze this girl to the ends of the earth. I won't do it. Oh. You don't do that. But she's like God, I can't remember her name, but it's giving Trunchbull, but Trunchbull isn't her name. Like, I don't remember. I think I blocked it out because if I ever like hear that name again, it would unlock a bunch of memories or something. You still like hearing teacher stories, except your teachers growing up are too unremarkable to mention? I don't remember their names. Like, I don't remember all of their names. But I've had some pretty good teachers growing up. I've had some pretty terrible teachers growing up. I won't even... One day, if you guys ask me again to hear like another teaching story, I can tell you about my entire scholastic career and how I almost got held back in kindergarten because I was too short. One teacher just tried to hold me back in kindergarten for no reason other than my height, because I was too small. And they were like, if she goes to first grade, they're going to bully her. Momtro had a time with that. One day I'll bring Momtro on stream and be like, tell them an embarrassing story from my childhood. Just one. Okay. Oh my god, I gotta install Bits and Bobs. Are we actually playing Bits and Bobs now? Bits and Bobs. I can't believe... Fira, are you still here? Thank you, you goober. I can't believe you've done this. We can play it for a little bit. You have to make sure to say thank you when people give you gifts. It was really nice of you. I'm installing it. I'm installing it. But yeah, I have a lot of teacher stories. I think like there was one girl, I think it was one teacher who I didn't realize, you know when you're young and like your parents sign you up for stuff, you know? and like or extracurricular activities and sports, and you're just kind of there for the vibes. You don't really know what's going on. That was me as a kid, but instead of like sports, it was for like spelling bees, and I didn't realize what a spelling bee was until I was like in them. I had no idea. I wasn't actively trying to like participate in a spelling bee or take or like join spelling bee competitions, but my parents and the teachers around me in elementary school were just signing me up for like spelling bees all the time. So I just thought this was part of school. I thought spelling bees were a part of school. I didn't realize that they were literally like there was money on the line. Like there's like your scholastic career, it only benefits you. It's something like that. But yeah, so I was I did say it's not accidentally. Your parents did it on purpose. But I was a part of like 5 or 6 spelling bees in like the 3rd grade, so that was interesting. I don't know. I think my scholastic career is actually pretty interesting, but like in a what the fuck kind of way, you know? Oh my gosh. Okay. So Bits and Bobs has installed, but what we're going to do right now is we're actually going to take a small break in between so I can get everything set up. You hated spelling bees in elementary school. You misspelled giraffe out loud and felt so much shame. Then I won a streamer spelling bee as vengeance. There was a streamer spelling bee? Dang, I could have joined. Yeah, no, I actually did really well at these spelling bees. Like, I think for a regional, I still have the, my mom still has the plaque. I think it was in like 3rd or 4th grade. Once again, didn't realize it was going to a spelling bee until like the day of, because I just thought it was part of being in school. I won 4th place in a regional spelling bee, so that was pretty cool. Like, I thought it was cool. and I have a plaque to prove it, basically. But it was for like 4th grade. It was like what, 9 years old. Actually, I was probably 8 because of when my birthday is. You know, like that's also why they were trying to hold me back in kindergarten. It was a whole thing. Like the stories Momtro tells me about my school life when I was just kind of there. Dude, there was a time. Oh my god. No, I can't get into it. We'll be here all day. I can't get into it, but we'll be here all day. But just suffice it to say, there was one time where there was a bomb threat, and that was hilarious. There was one time there was a bomb threat, and that was like my very first bomb threat, and I was in elementary school, and they were just like, go outside, and I was like, okay, and then I started playing in the grass, you know. And there was like another time where I thought I was making friends, but it turns out that they were elementary school was like hell of a drug, right? So it turns out that they were actually bullying me, and they called me a witch and tried to make me eat grass, but they didn't. They were like, eat this, it'll like enhance your witch powers or something. There was that. There was one time I cut a kid's hair because I thought I could clone him. There was another time that our teacher brought in like a video recording of her getting LASIK eye surgery, and she showed it to the entire class, like the entire grade, so that was good. Like, it was a lot. It was a lot. I still know that kid's name of the guy. Like, there was one kid where because I didn't really have I had pets growing up, but we didn't smell like pets. But there was one kid in our class that like he smelled like he had like 5 cats, and I had never smelled cat before because I'd never owned a cat. But then I was like, this kid is covered in hair that's not his, and he smells like piss. Like, looking back on it now, like, but he was a nice kid. But you know, there's always that one kid in class that smells like piss. Every elementary school has one. You know. Hello, otaku. Hello. I can understand why they said witch. I don't condone it, but I understand it. I don't understand it because I literally was that one kid that actively kept to themselves. I did not, like, if I didn't have any friends, I was okay. Like, it didn't matter. I was actually, like, I wasn't necessarily there to learn. I was there because I was supposed to be. I didn't know that I was supposed to go to school to make friends. I thought I was supposed to go to school because that's what kids do. I didn't care to I didn't care to learn anything about all of these other kids. And it's not because I didn't want friends. It's not because I didn't want to make friends. If I made friends, that's a bonus. You know what I mean? But like that's a bonus. That's kind of how I felt. I was too busy there. I was like, oh my God, the adult is talking. If I don't pay attention, I'm in trouble, because I grew up in a military household. If you don't pay attention to those that are in charge and those with authority, you are in trouble. If you don't do what they say, you are in trouble. So you put me in a situation with a strange adult that has authority. As a child, I'm going to listen to the strange adult. You tried to clone another kid. Oh, you heard that, did you? We were learning about DNA at the time. And like how you could how like twins work and stuff like that. And so like I just walked past this kid with a pair of scissors and I just cut some of his hair off. Nice new bottle, thank you. Oh my God, yeah. So I tried to clone a child, but I was a child at the time, so it wasn't unethical. You know, it's child on child crime. And also, he doesn't know. He'll never know. Right, chat? He'll never know. Anyway, hold on. I'll be right back. We're installing bits and bobs. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Let me know. Oh, wait. Is there another story? Yeah, there are a couple of stories. Surely he's not a viewer in the chat. Nah, all I want to see is, that was you? First time chatter. I'd be like, that was me. How do you feel? Do you feel old yet? Yeah. Elementary school was a time to be alive, okay? You learn Foursquare, like... You learn Foursquare, you learn squash ball. I got to dissect owl pellets in elementary school, so that was pretty cool. Pretty terrifying. So there was, okay, this is the last thing I'll say before we do a be right back screen. Okay, so you what? There was a cool time where it was like a biology class. You know, elementary school, they just teach you everything and you just call it science, right? And they'll just do whatever. But there was one time they gave us a bunch of owl pellets and like aluminum foil and then a piece of paper, like a guide. And inside the owl pellets, if you know what owl pellets are, then you know what I'm about to do. You know what I'm about to say. Wall ball. Thank you, wall ball. Yes, wall ball. I was sick at Foursquare though. You could not tell me otherwise. Tetherball was fun. Fuck tetherball. Tetherball sucked. The swings were where it was at. It was the swings, bro. There was the swings, which I loved because like the earlier you got to school, the earlier like you had like first pick of the swing. So I hated everything else. But yeah, so there were owl pellets, and then you had to dissect the owl pellets and pull out different bones, and then put all the bones together, and then use a guide to determine what that owl ate based on the skeletal remains that you had pulled out of the owl pellet. Yeah. What the kind of elementary school? It was awesome! My owl ate a shrew. And it wasn't poop, okay? Before you guys say like, you dissected owl shit? No, vomit. Owl vomit. Like, obviously better. Yeah, you kicked a ball far and it went inside a basketball hoop. Let's go, gaming. Yeah, the swings are where it was at. So the swings were good. The monkey bars were deadly because there was actually a time, because I was too short, I couldn't do the monkey bars. We had to go to gym class and they were like, everyone has to learn how to use the monkey bars. So we one at a time to like climb across the monkey bars. And when it was my turn, I tried my best, but my arms are too short because my body is too short. And the monkey bars are they're not a children's toy. Okay? They're not. Okay, it's some kind of gymnastic Olympic tool. They're not for kids. And you want to know why? Because I was too short, and like the gym teacher didn't want to help me when he realized I was struggling. So I got halfway through the monkey bars, and I'm hanging on for dear life in the middle of these monkey bars. And then my hands are sweaty because I suffer from caustic palms, and so I accidentally let go and fall off the monkey bars when I'm like 3 feet nothing, and I fucking fall on my back onto pure gravel, and I get the wind knocked out of me for fucking 5 minutes. Could not breathe. And they were like, all right, you're fine, walk it off. And I was like, motherfucker, I almost died. Like, I literally fell 5 feet out of the air. This small child fell off the monkey bar straight onto her back onto a bed of rocks. Nowadays they use like, you know, like mulch and sand and stuff, but back then they just used rocks to line the playground, mind you. And I just fall. I distinctly remember the rocks hitting my goddamn spine and just going like, and the fact that the guy was like, all right, you don't got to do it anymore, go sit down. What do you mean? I'm literally dying. Like, some people don't care about kids, and you should not be in scholastic development. All right, walk it off. Full damage sound effect. It was like the Minecraft sound when you get hit. The Minecraft damage sound. That's what it was. You got hit in the face from that. I don't play sports anymore because when I was in, was it middle school? Yeah, when I was in middle school, every like athletic sport I played, I managed to get hit in the face with a ball somehow. Wiffle ball, in the face. Dodgeball, in the face. Basketball, in the face. Volleyball, right in the face. I'm not gonna say the line, but like, I don't know, it's like some kind of like gravitational pull. I've got like some kind of weird gravitational orbit for sports ball applied directly to the face. Like, there was one time I was doing chest passes for basketball. We were supposed to be practicing chest passes. I'm really good at running though. I can destroy the pacer test, but like, because same, I wasn't gonna say it. I'm trying to say it at the most PC way possible. But like, there was one time we were doing chest passes, and these stupid fucking teachers who don't care about you or the logistics of what they're asking you to do, right, just paired me up with this like 6 foot tall behemoth. I don't know if it was a boy or a girl. I don't remember, because it doesn't fucking matter. Because what I do remember is that they were 1.5 feet taller than me, and we were supposed to practice. How are we supposed to practice chest passes when we're not even eye level? So this guy chest passes to me the basketball and just right in the face. Because same. He's really pulled an Akuba and called you weak. Well, he didn't call me anything. He just said, get up, go sit down. He went, are you, like, here's the thing. If you ask a kid if they're okay, 9 times out of 10, the kid's gonna say yes. Because realistically, I am okay, right? In the grand scheme of things, maybe, we don't know. But like, I wasn't okay, but like a kid's just gonna say, yeah. Like every time, it doesn't matter if like their arm is broken, they're still gonna say, yeah, I'm fine. Every time. If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. I can't dodge a wrench, are you crazy? If you throw a wrench at me, I am bringing the full force of the planet down. I'm casting Meteor twice. I'm pulling a full Madara. I am. The world is perishing. I can't believe you threw a wrench at me. Also, there was one guy, like I have like a literal like permanent scar on my face. It's very small, but I know it's there, right? Because someone threw a pencil at me because they were trying to bully me, because you know in middle school you bully kids when you like them. If you're a boy, you bully a girl if you like her, right? That's what you're supposed to do. No, you can go ahead, do it, but like don't do what this guy did, where he literally like threw a pencil at my face and it got stuck in my face. Like the way it was like rotated in the air, by the time it hit my face, it was lead first, straight next to my eye. Like this guy almost blinded me. He liked me so much. And the look I gave him was a look of pure evil, but it was so funny in reality. It was like 7th grade, but it was so funny in reality because this guy, I still have a pencil sticking out the side of my face. So, but cause I'm just minding my business in history class, and next thing I know, and I'm just like, what the fuck? But I didn't know what fuck back then, but I'm just like, what? And I look, and I'm like, I look over and I can feel the pencil dangling for just long enough, and then it falls out. And I look over, and the look this guy gave me, because he realized I was about to end him. He's lucky the history teacher went, okay. I love that I know my history teacher's name specifically because he was actually a really good history teacher, but he was also a really good smoker. And I say really good smoker in the way I mean really bad smoker because he would smoke all the time. So every time we walked in his classroom, it would smell of straight cigarettes. But he didn't smoke in the classroom, but that's just how much he smoked that it just like followed him around, right? But he was one of those good teachers where like he was actually knowledgeable about the subject and was just like really wanted to teach you. It's just he smelled bad, you know? Yeah, did you plot his demise? I still remember his name. To this point where, like, I met a friend, like, I met up with some friends recently, and they're like, oh, yeah, like, I have a friend, or I think it was, like, a sergeant or whatever, because this guy, I think they're in the military. I know a lot of military people. I don't know how. I just do, right? And they were like, oh yeah, so-and-so, insert rank here, and then last name, the name of the kid who threw a pencil at my face. And the way I immediately went, blank blank, huh? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, they got a son? How old are they? Do they have a son? What's the son's name? I'm like, it is in there. And they were like, I don't know. I was like, I need you to find out. I don't care how you do it. I don't care what it takes. I need you to know, and I need you to get us together. And this person's not gonna remember. I guarantee you they're not gonna remember. If I ever meet them again and be like, hey, remember when you stabbed me in the face with a pencil? They're gonna be like, no. Scary intel rabbit. What did you come into? Well, don't take it out on the kids. No, because like depending on how old like the military official is, it's either the person I'm looking for is either the military official themselves or their son. Okay? Do you understand? I need to know. I was like, so what's your family tree looking like these days? It's the most innocent question. I try not to, because every time I look and I see that little tiny scar on my face, I just go, Dinkelberg. You know, like I pull out the Dinkelberg. Etro sharing a time a guy liked her back in middle school where he threw a pencil and it stabbed her face. Yeah, I actually had a lot of people. I had a lot of people who liked me. I hated all of them, though. I got confessed to a couple of times in middle school. I got bullied by a lot of guys in middle school. You know how in Japan, they're like, oh, if a guy likes you, he'll like confess to you and like give you a letter. No, in America, if a guy likes you, he will bully you every chance he gets because he wants to see you suffer. He wants to know that he caused that suffering, right? So I got bullied a lot in middle school to the point where I started bullying them back. And oh no. I didn't just bully. It was psychological manipulation because I was somewhat of a gamer, you see. And we got to play games in the like before. So like I would just annihilate them. Make them feel small, stupid even. It's a beauty mark. Fuck that. The dent. Yeah, I started bullying them back and they didn't like that. They didn't like it. I kept my mouth shut for so long about these guys bullying me because I didn't know. Like, they were bullying me to the point where they were like, hey, you want to go to the dance? And I'd be like, oh my God, yeah, I've never been to a school dance before, because like Mom Tro didn't want us to like go someplace where she wasn't able to chaperone and be there. So, cause she was really scared of anything happening at the time. So I was like, okay, we just don't go. And then I was like, well, low-key, I don't really want to go anyway. I don't know these people. But like if a guy asks you to the dance, according to all the television that I watched at the time, you say yes. So I was like, oh, I kind of like this guy. They knew I liked a guy. They knew I liked the guy. So they made the guy ask me out, and then when I was going to show up, the plan was to stand me up. Actually, the plan was to make me look like an idiot by making it so that like no one was actually there, and then even worse, they were going to tell like the snotty-nosed kid, like the one guy that everyone didn't like, he was like snot-nosed and like boogery, and that kid, they were gonna tell him that he was my date, that I was his date. So they were like, hey, we got you a date to the dance. No, this is what I mean by psychological warfare. You now understand why I am a menace to society. Okay, these middle school boys came up with this diabolical plan in 7th grade to embarrass me because I was running the tables when we were playing speed. Like, I was too good, and I wasn't a normal child, as you could tell. So they just didn't like me, but they liked me, but they didn't like me. So they asked me to the dance. I said yes. Spoiler alert, I forgot the day of the dance. I forgot. I just didn't go. I didn't ask my mom. I didn't like the date. The second the bell rang, I just left. I leave the school. School leaves my mind. I go home and I'm playing Final Fantasy X while my sister's playing Simpsons Hit and Run. Like, cause all my homework's done. Like, it left my brain stem. Like, genuinely. And so, like, I didn't even ask my mom if I could go. I didn't even tell her what dance was happening. So I just forgot. I genuinely forgot. Like afterwards, I was like, oh, cool. A guy asked me out. Oh, wait. Oh, it's time to go to the bus. Oh, man. Time to walk home. I gotta pee real bad. Oh, yeah. Final Fantasy X. And then, like, I think 3 days later or something, they all come up to me at lunch, and they're like, are you kidding? What's wrong with you? And I'm just sitting there with my Lunchable, like, what? Because Mom made our lunches back then. So I was like, what? What's up? What's going on? What's the problem? And she's like, and they were like, why didn't you show up to the dance? Why didn't you go to the dance? What's going on? I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Mom said I couldn't go. Because also think about this, they didn't remind me about it either, like can't wait to see the dance tonight or anything like that. I genuinely just left my purview. They didn't remind me because they probably thought that like I was so excited or whatever, or they didn't think I need to. So they weren't gonna go. They weren't gonna show up, remember? They were just gonna set me up with like the snot kid. And they're like, why didn't you go? You made us look like idiots. And I was like, why? I'm sorry. Mom said I couldn't go. I lied on the spot. I didn't tell them I forgot. I lied on the spot. Well, eating my Lunchables, it was a pizza Lunchable too, so I was particularly engrossed in making sure that I had the right sauce to crust ratio with the right amount of cheese and 3 pepperoni slices for each one. So I was busy, okay? Like, pizza Lunchables are real business, and they're talking to me about all this nonsense. And then they revealed their entire plan to me because I didn't show up. Because me not showing up ruined their plans to bully me and make fun of me. And so I'm sitting there like, wait. You guys it was a prank? And they go, yeah, it was gonna be really funny too, but you ruined it. I can't believe you didn't show up. Ugh. And I don't think statute of limitations, you cannot get me in trouble for this to this day. But I distinctly remember my hand rearing back and bitch slapping the absolute glasses off of this little boy so hard that the entire cafeteria went silent and you could hear his glasses hit the ground. Like, like, I don't think I even realized I was gonna do it before it was already in motion. Without even thinking about it. It just went, PAH! And his glasses flew off his face, hit the tape, hit like the ground in between all those long cafeteria tables, and everyone just went, oh, silence in the whole cafeteria. And then I took my Go-Gurt. And you think I'm joking. This is real. You think I'm joking. This is so real. This actually happened. Like, my body had a mind of its own. Like, I just took the Go-Gurt for the other boy and just poured it all over his head. Without making eye contact with either of them, got up and just went to the principal's office. I just got up and I just left. It's like, I'll see you there. I don't, like, to this day, I remember doing it. I do not remember my brain telling me to do it. It was literally just like, and this is how we respond in this situation. Pizza Lunchables are for second-class citizens. Real ones have the chicken shakeables. Those are fucking disgusting. I'm not eating cold chicken. That's a second-class citizen act. Eating cold chicken. Crazy. You hit a guy with glasses. I wore glasses. It was blind on blind crime. It was fine. And you know what's crazy about that? I didn't get in trouble. They snitched on me. I snitched on myself. Everyone saw it plain as day. I was not hiding the fact that I bitch slapped this little boy. No. No. But then they tried to say, like, oh, she's been bullying us for a while. She's been bullying us for a while. And so they sent me, I went to the principal's office, and like my parents come and like we tell them everything that's happening. And like all of a sudden, like, so the parents were like, oh, or like my parents were like, oh, so they've been bullying my daughter for months. And she's just been letting it happen, and you knew it was happening. Because apparently they knew it was happening. Like, but they just didn't say anything. So like you knew that this girl was being bullied, and you didn't say anything. And then when she finally reacted, she's in trouble. And the principal was like, I mean, what? Well, that she physically attacked one of the boys. And they were like, did the boys tell you why she hit them? I was like, snitching on yourself is a power move. I was like, I'm in trouble, but I'm gonna die on this hill. It was funny though, because I didn't even remember. It's like I forgot, and then they told me they were gonna do this, and then I just like enacted justice. Like, it was just like a synapse movement. The neurons in my body acted of their own volition. I'm sorry, sir. And so like I think I got suspended for like 1 day just to like make everything even. Right? Because I did hit a boy, and I did pour yogurt all over another boy, right? So like it is technically unacceptable. So I still took like a day. They love using that card. We have a 0 tolerance policy when you fought back. Yeah, it's a crazy thing. So like I still took the one. We negotiated it because like fighting is an instant 2 weeks. But like they were like, well, her mom yelled at me. So it's gonna look real bad if we kind of allowed bullying in the gifted program. So I got like, I think the boys didn't get suspended at all, and I had to take a day. But like, and we're like, okay, a day is better than 2 weeks. So I came back that like 2 days later. And like I just walked back into school like nothing had happened. I was like, okay, I got a 2-week vacation. I really got into some Final Fantasy X. Like I actually beat the game, so it was pretty cool. They set you up, but then you gladly return the favor. That takes guts. I don't know. My guts did it. Put 3 kids in the ICU. I did not. I did not. He's fine. He's fine. They won't do it again. They didn't do it again, actually. And you know what's crazy? The boy I bitch slapped is the boy I liked. The one who asked me to the dance in the first place. I liked him. I did. I'm pretty sure I had a crush on him of some sort. I was like, I like being around this person. I like the way your face is shaped, brother. You know? Like, so like when he asked me to do this, I was really excited. Fast forward to find out he's pranking me. Zero tolerance. Immediately just... Did you still go to the dance with him? I forgot the dance even existed, and that's why they got mad and told me their grand plan. Because technically they were going to stand me up and hook me up with like the gross kid, but I didn't go at all. I completely forgot to go until like the day after. So it made them look stupid because the person they were trying to prank never even showed up. So they were like, we got to embarrass you somehow. And it just kind of completely backfired on them. This is the guy I poured yogurt on too. This is an interesting, I know his name, but like, this is an interesting tidbit. He tried to put a fork in the electrical socket in the classroom. No, he didn't try. He succeeded. The power went out for a couple seconds. He's still alive though. A little crispy. But so like, I came back to school and hey, suffice it to say, I was a god. I was a god. Like, I walked back into, like, art class at, like, 11 o'clock. Because I got to school super late, whatever. And, like, so I got back, like, school started at, like, 7 to 8 a.m. And I walked into my art class at, like, 11 a.m. And I was like, sorry, I'm late. I'm here. And they were watching a video and everything. And, oh, my God, everyone's like, oh, my God, it's her. Apparently, rumors had been spreading around the school while I was gone. And so when I walked back to my art class, everyone was like, oh my God, it's her. Holy shit. And so that was fun. And then like that afternoon on my way to math class, I got confessed to by like this like boy who was the one boy in the entire grade who was smaller than me. Who was like, they were like, yeah, he likes someone, so he's kind of really stupid whenever he's around them. And I was like, oh yeah, who do you like? Who is it? Tell me. Because I'm just a dude at that point. I'm just like one of the guys at that point. And like he turns around and he like points at me and then he runs away. It was so cute. And then I just went to math class and I was like, oh my God, somebody likes me. Oh. I beat up a bunch of kids. I got suspended for a day. I come back. I'm like, God, I am that person that people fear and respect because I beat up boys. I beat up boys. And then I get a boyfriend. Well, not really. Not really. It's a middle school thing. So it's like, you aren't really dating in middle school. It's just like the two of you like have acknowledged that you like each other. And so now you're around each other all the time, but you're not dating, you know? It wasn't even a situationship because we're children, you know? Hanzu didn't she hit a kid with glasses? I'm wearing glasses. A lot of my friends said that they were just my friends because they were scared of me, and I was like, you know, good. Do you like me? You think I'm you think I'm cool? And he's like, oh yeah, you're amazing, but like you scare me a little. And that's why, you know, and that's why we kind of hang out, because I want to be on your good side. And I was like, perfect. Perfect. Still alive, though, unfortunately. No, it was actually kind of crazy, because, like, this kid was unhinged. I don't know. Like, I definitely was living, like, a very, like, it was almost storybook, like, the way some of these characters kind of entered my life. Because this kid was, like, just a little unhinged. Like, he got joy out of being, like, pretty terrifying, you know? He was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, or I can't wait. Like, he has a thrill. He's like a little adrenaline junkie as a child, you know? We're friends with you because you're scary. Wise. Good on ya. I actually did appreciate the honesty, because I was like, you know, a lot of people don't know if you're friends or your friends or anything like that. Like, you never really know your social standing with someone until it's explicitly said or something like that. So like, I was like, thanks for, don't even beat around the bush with something like that. I loved the friendships that I had in like middle school, because they were very, very transparent, very clear cut. Kids don't sugarcoat anything. Like, there's no point in like lying unless you were just like, I don't know. There are a couple extremes to every case, but like back then, none of us really lied. Like, if we wanted something or if we had to say something, then we just straight up said it. Like, I got bullied by a lot of those kids in school for like just having a skin tone, being weird, liking weird things. Like, you bully kids for bullying kids. I didn't bully back, but I did beat people up. Like, I didn't go into psychological warfare with like, except for the boys, because they deserved it. But like, I don't think the girls. So okay, hold on. This is what it is. I'm saying now. I'm thinking about it. The girls didn't bully me. The girls were afraid of me. The guys bullied me, and then when I bullied them back, then they were afraid of me, and then they liked me, and I was like, okay, so I run this piece. Got it. I'm like shadow president over here. Like, nothing happened without me knowing about it, basically, at that point. And I was like, no, guys, we're gonna have a chill. It's gonna be chill. Like, let's not do that. Like I just want to go to the book fair. Like, mom gave me like $5. I'm gonna make it work. Like, let's just have that kind of day, you know? Because I was really looking forward to the book fair. Okay, the new volume of Goosebumps was out, and it was Choose Your Own Adventure with the puppet. Oh yeah. Shadow Money Rabbit Gang. Having a skin tone is crazy. Yeah, what's that like? I wouldn't know anything about that. But watch this. So you're free next Friday? That's kind of what happens. That's kind of what happened. And then I think how that relationship with is that they just ended up like hanging out with somebody else, and I just went, great, I'm so happy for you, have fun. Like, because I was in middle school, what the fuck do I know? Okay. Like, not in February. It's not February yet. But yeah, nah, like, what's crazy is that we still did all of our homework. We're still nerds. Like, at the end of the day, and I thought about this very heavily. Like, we were all in an accelerated like educational program. We were in like the gifted like classes. Like, we were basically taking like advanced placement math and advanced placement science and stuff like that in middle school. But like, what I realized, thank you for the follow, welcome, is that we were all like, even though we were still like normal kids and we're having normal kid problems like bullies and like crushes and this and that and whatever, going to dances, like we're bullying each other. We're all still fucking nerds. Every single one of us like knows trigonometry and like can name at least 7 countries in Africa and like random stuff that other middle schoolers cannot do. like I spoke 4 languages. And we're nerds, okay? And we're like human nature doesn't escape anybody, is what I learned like very early on. Because like, I think when I first started school, I really thought that oh, nerds don't bully each other because all the movies say that like the jocks bully the nerds, right? Like, the popular kids bully the nerds. Like, the nerds are the ones that are bullied, so like the nerds don't bully each other, so we're all gonna be friends, right? Wrong, okay? When you're all nerds, all bets are off the table, okay? You were chunky with long hair. You got called Dora a lot? That's crazy. I got called Satan. What's that like? Dora? How cute. How sweet. How demure. I got called Satan. Okay? And a witch. Okay? And it's fine. I'm not butthurt at all. Satan. Like, actually. And I was just minding my business. But I never took it home with me, though. I'm literally like, don't mix business with like your personal life. So I would go to school. Like, you know what's crazy is that I would be a nerd at school, and then when you get on the bus, it's like everybody's on the bus. So like, just because you're in advanced classes and you're having your whole life over there, once you're on the bus, you're back with all the regular kids. So I still got bullied there too. Well, not really bullied there, but like, they really were just like, she's weird, don't mind her. And I was like, I'm weird, don't mind me. Okay? Like, I distinctly remember eating an orange without like I distinctly remember eating an orange like an apple, like just to see if I could. Like, it's not my fault that you guys didn't practice free will, okay? But like, it's kind of weird. Like that would happen. Like, have a whole life at school, have a social status on the bus, depending on where you sat. And then I would walk home after the bus, and I would get home, and it would just be like school never happened. And now I'm at home with the rest of my siblings, and now we have to focus on that. Now my home life starts, because like, you do homework maybe about 10 minutes, and now my home life starts. So like, it never really bothered me too much. Like, I don't know, you snorted like tangerine Kool-Aid. Dude, wait until you find out about the kids who had like the pixie stick economy. They were low-key selling drugs, because like, there were a few kids who were snorting those pixie sticks straight up the nose for the sugar rush. Like, but we were selling them at like 50 cents a pop. It used to be 5 cents a pop, and once we realized how popular they were and what they were using them for, we upped the price about what, 100%? 500%? I don't know. Your sister snorted hot Cheeto dust explains a lot. You ever smoked a Smarties? No, because I'm better than that. I know, literally, I was hanging around the kids who were mixing chocolate milk with their mashed potatoes. Like, I was already disgusted by them. You think I'm gonna go and snort, like, pixie dust and smoke Smarties behind the benches after school? No, I'm going home. I'm getting as far away from these fuckers as possible. Okay? It's 1000%. Awesome. I was halfway there. What in the spectrum? Well, one day, okay, the orange thing, I can actually explain it. I was hungry. On the bus. I was sitting in the back of the bus where the cool kids sit, because I don't give a fuck if the cool kids are back there. There's a spare seat. I'm sitting back there, and I'm not gonna talk to you. Okay? Because there are two doors on this bus, so like, sitting in the back puts me closer to that door. Like, it was all math, right? So I don't care that I'm sitting where the cool kids are, and they didn't care either until I did this. So I'm sitting back there, and I got my lunchbox, and I remember I'm a little hungry, and it's about 10 minutes, and this is when I realized that people really just don't know how to mind their own business. Like, if I'm on the subway today and some motherfucker pulls this out, I don't give a shit. But like, back then, they didn't learn yet. They didn't learn how to mind their business. So I pull out my orange, and like, I don't want to make a whole scene, like, cause like the bus, I might have my backpack and my lunch. It's a whole thing. My hands are full. So I like take the orange out, almost out, and I like peel it just a little bit, because I'm like, okay, fine. I won't eat the whole thing, because then I have to take off the whole orange, and it's like, it smells like orange. And there's like, orange has a very strong smell. Once you start peeling that orange, that zest is everywhere. Right? So like, I'm pulling it out, and I peel off just enough so that like a quarter of it is showing, and like like there's still slices are in there and whatever, and then I just go just bite into it. And then I'm just sitting there, and that's what I do all that, and that's when I look up after I bite into it, and I realize that everyone is staring at me. And I just sit there, just the smell of orange out the bus. Oh my god. Oh, another bus story. There was the one time I tried to eat a mint on the bus, but then we went over like a speed bump or a pothole or something, and so it got lodged in my throat, and I almost choked, so the bus had to actually pull over so that I could throw up a fucking peppermint. And then get back on the bus and just pretend it never happened. I stopped eating on the bus after that. I peeled it. I just didn't peel it all the way. I didn't eat the skin. I ate pure flesh inside. But Because I would look, it's not my fault you've never tried it, okay? Don't get mad at me, all right? Now I do understand why they looked at me weirdly because they're children, okay? If I were me, if I were them, I'd stare at me too, okay? It's fine. I understand it. I don't feel. I got off the bus. I didn't feel anything. This is back before I developed like severe anxiety, okay? This is back when I was like, whatever. Whatever, man. I gotta get home. Like, you know, I want to go home. I want to play video games. I don't care what these people I'm never going to actively interact with like say about me or think about me. I don't care. What did we learn that day? We learned not to eat peppermints on the bus in a when you're driving on a road that has terrible maintenance, because you will choke on that peppermint and you will die. Luckily, like, no one laughed at me because they were like, oh my god, she's choking. You know, that's not even the first time that's not even the last time I choked. I did almost die because I ate seaweed salad at a sushi buffet. Yeah, that was interesting too. I'm not meant for this planet. He thinks, what's that like? Oh man. Okay, hold on. We gotta be right back. It's been like an hour since I said I was going to be right back, and you guys got me monologuing. But it's nice to know you like to hear my stories, because at least I know that I didn't suffer all that trauma for no reason. Yeah, look at that. It became a story on a stream. Years later. You're gonna be look people in the face when I was in middle school. Dude, I stared my teachers down. Like, I'm pretty sure I intimidated the hell out of them, because I'm not, you know, if you ever sit in front of like a bunch of kids and you got that one kid who is just locked on, that was me. Because I was like, my brain was like, you're teaching me something. Go ahead. Teach me. I'm listening. Okay, this is boring. I'm not listening anymore. Like, but like, if I were interested, I like the eye contact that I would like perpetuate. Just. It wasn't meat. It was seaweed salad. It was a peppermint. He's not going to choke on a chicken nugget. Oh, he's not going out like that. Actually, that was me with the seaweed salad. It's kind of what it was. Like, my brain was like, no, we are not, this is not it. This is not our moment. Lock in. And like, I hate to say what I had to do, but I was like, I had to like go under I was like choking, right? And I was trying to tell like the person I was with that I was choking, and they couldn't figure out for some reason that I was choking, even though I'm doing the sign for choking. You know the one. It's universal, bro. Like, and so they couldn't figure it out. And so I like ducked under the table real quick and grabbed a napkin, and I was like, you're not going out like this because this motherfucker can't like is stupid. Okay, you're not going out like this because of some dumb motherfucker that can't tell that you're choking, by the way. So I just grab a napkin, I go under the table, and I literally just like like force myself to throw up, which is a weird thing to do. It's a weird thing to teach yourself how to do in the moment and then execute it in the moment. But like, so I just literally was just like, like forced myself to throw it up, and then it's just in a napkin, and then I like ball the napkin up, and I come back up onto the, I'd come back out from under the table, and I just sat there just like, wow, that sucked. I just put the napkin away, and I was like, I'm not gonna eat that anymore. And then I just started eating. They're like, what's wrong? And they went, what's wrong? Are you okay? What's going on? And I was like, oh, I was choking. Yeah. It's okay. I fixed it. They didn't even ask why you didn't say anything. They were just like, oh, okay. Well, glad you're okay. It's too funny. It's because I'm a motherfucker, right? And so like there'll be a lot of times where I'll be eating and something would be in my mouth, or I'll be drinking, something would be in my mouth, and I'll start laughing. And that's just the end of it. I can't help it. I love laughing, man. Laughing's so good for you. I love laughing, and then sometimes I love snacking and laughing at the same time. Before I realize I got a jalapeno stuck in my throat, and it's the spiciest it's ever been. For some reason, if you get a jalapeno, like you eat a jalapeno, it's okay. It's like no spice. It's like one spice, if that, depending on the season. But like for some reason, the other day, actually like 2 nights ago, I got a jalapeno stuck in my esophagus, and it was like my esophagus cannot handle spice because food's not supposed to go over there. That's where air goes, and it went down the wrong pipe, and I was like, but I'm still laughing at the same time, so I have to cough it out, and it was so spicy. My esophagus has 0 spice tolerance, man. And I was just sitting there laughing, and then I drank my beer to like choke it down, and then I still eat the jalapeno, obviously. But like, I'm just sitting there just like, can't have anything in this planet. This universe is trying to put me out of my misery on a daily basis. Throat too small, can't swallow jalapeno. Can't laugh and eat at the same time. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Not a jalapeno. Not a jalapeno. Not a jalapeno. Okay, this time for real. We'll be right back. But I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to play Bits and Bops today. I'm gonna have to play it tomorrow. What do I have on the schedule? Because it's almost time for the tournament. We're on standby. Because now we have to be on standby, and then we're gonna have to, because like the tournament starts at like 2 o'clock. So hold on, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere! Okay. Oh my god. I can't believe you guys got me yapping about random stuff. I don't think I've ever even told you guys that story before. Where did I even pull that story from? Where did I pull any of those stories from? But like, I hope me divulging some of these interesting school stories to you has like given you a little taste of why I am the way I am today. Like, every day is a struggle, man. You don't understand. You never know. You never know when life's just gonna decide. Like, for instance, I'm drinking wine right now, obviously. But, like, earlier today, I was sitting there and I was thinking about how, like, I got this wine glass. It was like a souvenir wine glass from like a wine and drink event with my friends. And I would just happen to be sitting there and I was thinking about that. And then in the next 5 minutes, I like move my hand, my hand like jerks. And then all of a sudden, I like knock the wine glass and I was just having a sentimental memorial moment about. And I almost knock it off the table. And I caught it, thankfully. But still, the universe is constantly testing me. And I'm tired. I want to test out. So, should we play Bips and Bops or it's no, it's the Bits and Bops. Bits and Bops. Should I play it? Should we play it? Because this quickly, we only have like, oh, we have no time. We have no time at all. I can't play it today. Well, I technically could. Uh-oh. Oh no, check-in is in less than an hour. Yeah, check-in's in less than an hour. I have to go. I can't play Bits and Bobs. I can't start a whole new game. It's gonna take me like 30 minutes to like get introduced into it. So what do I have on the schedule for tomorrow, actually? Because there's supposed to be a snowstorm coming in today, but it keeps getting pushed back later and later as to when it's going to start, and that has been messing with my entire schedule. But I made sure that I had enough wine to last the weekend. I made sure I had enough wine and vodka seltzers to last the weekend, which sounds like such a suburban thing when I say it like that. And I was like, I think I've been assimilated into the suburbs. Like, I don't belong here. I belong in a hole. But I'm like, oh, I have enough wine and vodka to cover the weekend. And I'm like, wait, what am I? Who am I? You got enough burritos to make it to Tuesday? Hell yeah. What's your favorite burrito? What do you have on your burritos usually? You're a wine mom? Mom to who? Mom to who? I am no one's mother. You don't want me to be your mom. I think about that. Truly. As like I look at the life I've led. I look at the life I'm currently like leading, right? And I'm like, no, you don't want me to be your mom. You don't. Like I think I would raise like either some of the best kids on the planet or some of like the best worst kids. Who's your mom? That explains a lot. Hi, Majestic. Hi. We were playing Muse Dash, but then I got distracted. I should play some more. Just another song or two, because like we check in for the tournament is in like an hour. And I have been yapping too much. Yeah. There's all sorts of things on these burritos, but all are variants of steak burritos. Oh my god. Do you think you can't make birria into the burrito? Can you? Like birria burrito? Can I be a gamer and a wine mom with no children? I don't have any children, and I don't have any pets anymore, unfortunately. So like, can I still be a mom? I think like I failed both prerequisites. Steak and birria burrito. Oh, so do you dunk the burrito in the birria, or is it just like a juicy? Is it just a juicy? Nice. Let's go. I got a full combo. And I'm pretty sure I played this song at the beginning. And I missed a couple of notes. I improved. The wine is helping. Yeah, you guys like this new form? I didn't even ask. I never do debuts properly. I just walk in and I'm just like, hi. I do that in real life too. Whenever I change my hairstyle, I don't warn anyone that it's going to happen. I'm not gonna warn you and get you all hyped up for my new hairstyle. I'm just gonna walk in as a completely different person and see how long it takes you to realize that I've completely changed. And I'm just not gonna comment on it. It's happened so many times in my life. They're like, hey, you look different. I like it. And I'd be like, thanks. And that's it. You made one for dipping and another one with it inside. Ate those first. Nice. Forgot to ask, how's your day going so far? It's going pretty good. I might have to go outside into the impending snowstorm, and I'm not really happy about that. And then after that, I might have to go and meet up with my dad and make sure that he gets home okay, because he's coming down to help me with something, and then going back home, which is possibly driving in a snowstorm, which I'm always worried about. And so like, it's a pretty good day so far, though, like, because I get to play games. I've got everything I need. I've got tons of food. I've got tons of alcohol. I got tons of warmth, and I got candles and flashlights and all kinds of things. And I'm playing Muse and hanging out with you guys. And I got a new face. Oh. Yeah, I got a new face. Is the snow bad on your end? The snow hasn't started yet. I don't know. Maybe it has. But like some of my friends who live in like the central area of America, the snow has started for them. I'm EST. I'm EST, and right now it's just cold. Like this morning it was -6 degrees Celsius. Actually, it still is -6 degrees. So it's just cold here. So it's really hard to kind of prepare for something that may or may not happen. Well, it's gonna happen, but just nobody knows when. You know? So but a few of my friends in like central time zone or like Midwest time zone, the snow is already there for them, which I think is very interesting. I'm like, well, damn, did it skip over? Did it skip over me? Well, stay warm. Chugs a bottle of alcohol to burns. I don't really drink whiskey like that anymore. I used to, because I thought like if you could drink whiskey, then like you were like one of them, you know, like you were cool if you could drink whiskey straight. Now I'm okay with saying that I don't like whiskey. I like a good like depending on the whiskey, I'll take whiskey neat. Or what is it, an old fashioned? But I'm very particular about old fashions. If someone asks me, like on the spot, it's one of my go-to cocktails because I can't think of like all 70,000 cocktails that exist, right? But like, I'll drink an old fashioned, but I'm not a drink alcohol straight kind of person anymore. It has to be in a cocktail. There has to be, make me a potion. Like, God damn it, you witch, make me a potion from your secret magic cauldron. That's the kind of bunny I am now, you know. It's cold, but it ain't snowing here, lady. Louisiana. Do you guys actually say Louisiana, or do you just say Louisiana? Do you ever pronounce an S ever? I guess, like, look, the Louisianians don't have S or T in their alphabet. It's just Louisiana. New Orleans. Because you like, here's how you like, how do you say New Orleans? New Orleans. Look, I just said it. New Orleans. Thinking about how much I actually drink at once, I'm going to have to go out and buy like twice as much alcohol now, because I do drink alcohol quite fast, because I like buy alcohol that like I buy it for taste first. Busy Space does. Majestic, hello, welcome, thank you for the follow, welcome in. But just call them Cajuns. Norlin. Norlin. No, it's not Norlin. That's how Northern Americans think you say New Orleans. That's how they think we say it, but in reality, it's New Orleans. Got 2 bottles of rum and 2 30-packs. I'm ready. I'm ready. No, I got an 8-pack So I got an 8-pack of vodka seltzer, one of which I drank last night, and then I got 2 little like box wines, and I am in the middle of drinking one of them now, and then I got a whole bottle of rosé, which that's not gonna last the weekend. Let's be so real about that. But like, because you know, I like to pair. So like, it has to go with something I'm eating, or that I'm streaming, or just chilling. New Orleans. Where's the old Orleans? Why can't you just call it Orleans? Make a drink that gets you drunk on the first sip. That's crazy. What kind of rum do you like? Because like, I am not a fan of Malibu because I think it tastes like air freshener, and just we're just not talking about it enough. And if you're asking me what air freshener tastes like, it's that taste you get when you spray your room with air freshener and then some of it accidentally gets in your mouth because you sprayed too much. Yeah, that's what it tastes like. Old Orleans is in France. Y'all scare me with the amount of alcohol you just casually drank. Don't take it as a challenge. I will say that. It's not meant for everyone. And don't think that, like, just because people around you drink that you have to drink. Yes, drinking is supposed to be a social activity, but there are other things to drink besides alcohol. If someone is drinking alcohol, you can just as easily drink a fucking bottle of Kool-Aid. It's not that hard. Like, if someone's like, I'm gonna have this, and you're gonna be like, I'm gonna drink a LaCroix, and we're both gonna have a good time. It's totally okay. Kidney simulator. Well, that's a thing. It's like, the thing about alcohol is that it affects every single person differently based on a like bunch of like objective factors, like age, weight, fat, metabolism, a lot of things. Like it just does. But like, also, alcohol is not for everybody. I will never advocate for like someone who has never drank before to drink. That's me. Etro, when the smell of moonshine hits, I'm still mad about that. The Blue Flame moonshine is the one alcohol that can, like, I will never drink again. If that is the only alcohol left on the planet, I'm gonna be the most hydrated bunny until the end of my days, because that stuff is crazy. Because you remember the stream, Harsh, where we had the jar of blue moonshine, but it was so strong, and it smelled like literal like ethanol, and like I took a spoon because I couldn't take a shot of the whole thing. I had to take a spoonful, and the spoon was a white spoon. I spooned some of that out of the jar. It was clear. It was just clear. That was just corn. That was just straight up like corn shine. Like, straight from the cob. It's ridiculous. I definitely will never buy that again. I won't even, like, the moonshine pickles, maybe, because I think that's just a penalty. And it's like, moonshine pickles are a punishment. Really. I mean, it's kind of how moonshine is. The first time I ever had moonshine, it was in... and this is going to be taken out of context, but just bear with the facts for a moment, okay? It was some old guy. I don't know who, I think his name was Elmo. I'm not kidding. His name was Elmo, okay? That was his nickname, not his real name, because what the fuck, why, right? So, like, and he was making his own moonshine. And my friends had brought me over because, like, they were like, yeah, I'm friends with this guy. He's really cool. He's a coworker because, you know, like... people just, when you're in like the HVAC like blue collar thing, you see and meet people of all ages. So they were friends with just like this old guy named Elmo, and he was like, yeah, come on over, I got a cool setup. He really did have a cool setup. He had a whole like barn garage in his backyard. It was like the man cave. Like, he got to like watch TV. It was like a workshop. It was like making moonshine. It had a second floor. Like, it was all cool, and it even had like anime DVDs. I still have one of those sets to this day because he let me borrow it and I forgot to give it back. Now I forgot to give it back, and now I feel self-conscious about it. But anyway, like, he made his own moonshine, and that was my first time. I was like, what the hell is this? What's moonshine? And he shows me a jar of it's like a jar of liquid. It just looks like water. And I look at it and I'm like, I see something in there and it's white. And he pulls it out and he's like, you old enough to drink? And I was like, yeah. I am. Elmer Fudd? No, Elmo. Elmo. But like, I go, yeah. And he pulls out like a fruit. And I was like, but I've never had moonshine before. Is it like really strong? And he's like, yeah, here's an example. And everyone's so excited for me to try moonshine for the first time. Everyone around me. Like, the whole room is stopped for this moment. Okay? And he pulls out like this white fruit and he gives it to me. And he was like, you know what this is? And I was like, what is that? And he looks at me and he goes, this used to be a strawberry. That's how strong this moonshine is, that he tried to make strawberry moonshine by infusing it with strawberries. The strawberries lost their color. And the jar was still clear. Even bleach is yellow, man. So he was like, it's too strong. I just lost its color. Like the moonshine itself wasn't pink or anything. There was just a strawberry. It was just white strawberries. This is before we discovered white strawberries too. So he gives me the strawberry and he's like, this used to be red. And I'm just looking at it and I just go, well, if the men say it's okay. And I took a bite of that moonshine infused strawberry and I swear, pure gasoline. Just like immediate vapors in my mouth. It's like I bit into it and it's like all of the liquid immediately evaporated. And it was just, now my mouth is just coated with gas. It remains forever clear. Everclear. Don't get me started on Everclear. I actively have never had Everclear, and I'm making my business to never had Everclear. There is this one gin called Dragon. It's like navy gin, and it's like super strong. I don't remember the proof. And I had it like 2 years ago for the first time because it's like military grade strong, basically. It's like Everclear, but instead of vodka, it's gin. Right? And it's called Dragon or something like that. And I tried it for like the first time. It's like a shot of it. Turned my face inside out. I swear to you, it took everything I had to not like just remove it from my body. Because you don't waste alcohol. You genuinely don't. Either you just swallow it or you don't drink it in the first place. Just don't waste it. You know? Not in the heck are you talking about? I'm talking about how alcohol is low-key poison, and like I would never, as someone who drinks alcohol and someone who partakes in cocktails and spirits and mixers and all the things, and I personally enjoy the creativity and like the side of it, and then like drinking and like the social aspect of it. I would never tell someone who has like never drank before, like they're like, should I do it? Or like if they're freshly 21 or anything like that, I would never go, yeah. I will always go no. It's like someone who smokes and like they're chilling, they tell people like, don't do it. Don't get into it. Don't do it. The military grade, the cheapest you can get while getting the job done. In this case, the job is suffering and getting trashed. I think military grade for me means it's as strong as it can possibly be, so that like it hits you the fastest, right? And then you don't have to spend all your money on alcohol. You can spend your money on everything else, right? And you can spend your money on everything else. It's just, and it's like, I don't know. The military is very weird. Like the US military is very strange. Like if any of you are familiar with like Admiral Trina, then you know what I mean. Like you kind of do and you kind of don't, because Trina is on one side of the military spectrum and I am on the other, where she like joined the military and she is part of the Navy and like she's an admiral and she like loves it and she's doing like her best and it's amazing. I am a product of the military. I am the product of the military, and like I subsequently just know, I think like 60 to 70% of my social circle has some affiliation with the military in some aspect. Like it's always been a part of my life, basically. Moonshine. See you shine. Yeah, the golden hour. What is that song? She's Navy. Were you an Army brat? I won't tell you which branches I'm affiliated with. I can't. But my parents, like a few other members of my family, like a lot of my friends, like a lot of people that come into the streams, like it's just like ingrained. Like there's something about it. CEO boss of Virtual Pulse is actually like enlisted. I'm pretty sure he's Army. Yeah. Your description of military grade reminds you of what your first squadron commenter told me, though it cannot be repeated. No, it wasn't it. Isn't it like break toss? What is break toss? It's like don't add to the population, don't subtract to the population, or something like that. The thing that they tell you before they send you out into a different country, and they tell you do not infect this country with your degenerate American ways. Basically, is what like they're asking you to do. Break TOS, yeah, don't break TOS. But like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I just know that like it's ingrained. I was raised by like a lot of military people, and I know a lot of military people, and then I was also like, I know a lot of non-enlisted personnel as well, and so like I personally did not join because I know that my personality traits and flaws and just overall mannerisms don't fit. Not a vibe for me. Okay. You can picture Etro singing the Bernice song as she proceeds to concoct her rocket fuel as she calls a drink. Dude, the other day I like had to make a drink out of nothing because like I was at my friend's house and we were making cocktails, and they have like a full like cocktail bar, and like they allow us to just do whatever, and like you can't tell me that I'm allowed to make whatever I want. You do not give me full access to your kitchen, because I will take full advantage. So, but I didn't have all the ingredients. They didn't have any ice because like their ice maker is like really slow, and so I couldn't really make a cocktail like with the mixer. And so I just poured a bunch of vodka into a glass, like a cold glass. Like I took a cold glass, poured a bunch of vodka into it, and I was like, maybe it needs a little flavor. So I added like some lime juice, just straight lime juice, and then I added like maybe a little bit of like grenadine. And I drank it, and that shit tasted so hot. Did I drink the whole thing? You bet your sweet ass I did. But it tasted like straight hot. I've never poured anything into a cold glass, and it still tasted like fire. Your uncle told you your personality wasn't fit for the military. He was right. Some people know. Some people know. I have problems with authority. As in, I don't respect it. So best believe there would have been a lot of times where I would have just done, like I suffer from malicious compliance, I think, where I would have ended up like, they would have told me to do something and I would have done it like either so well or so bad. I probably would have been too scared to like make people mad, but like I would have been crying. I either would have been crying or I would have been a straight asshole where I was just like, and now I'm just not gonna do what you say because you were mean to me. You were mean to me, and you could have said that a little bit nicer. A little bit of constructive criticism in tandem with corrective action would have gone a long way. You think yelling at me is gonna make me do my job any better? No. And that one line is why I am not in the military. Dishonorably discharged. I would have dishonorably discharged myself. Okay. We did an internal investigation and found that nothing was wrong with her behavior, but we decided to go our separate ways anyway. Because she's wild. Buzzkill, if I joined the military, I can partake in all the dumb stuff you see, but drinking is where I draw the line, and that's the line you don't mess with, apparently. No, it's fine. Like, look, everyone has their vice. Everyone has their vice. Everyone has their pleasure. I'm not gonna yuck your yum, period. I'm not gonna do that. But also, like, if someone asks me, it's like, hey, I want to start drinking. What should I start drinking? I'd be like, don't. Just stop. Or drink soju and make that one bottle of soju last a week. Like, don't do it. It's not worth it. Actually, in these trying times, maybe a shot here or there with your with a hot meal and a cold day. It's kind of cool. It's kind of nice, but like I am not one for peer pressure. I don't need more people to be at the party, okay? A one-woman show here. Well, that's not true. Most people, at least in the Air Force, don't yell at you at all. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like it's weird, like that rumor. I say not rumor, but that like standard. It's like hard to debase. It's hard to debase because like, have you guys ever seen the movie like Major Pain? Like I watched it growing up. I actually have. I found the DVD at a dollar store like a couple of years ago and I bought it. Yeah, I wish I will send you guys the picture if you remind me on Discord, but I do actually have the DVD for Major Pain, which, did you know that your PlayStation 5 can still play DVDs? Just letting you know. She yuck my yum till I bliss. That's crazy. They're usually pretty chill or go for the disappointed dad type. Dude, you can't. I've had my parents try every possible parental tactic on me. And I think after a while they realized that none of them were going to be as effective as just letting me do my own thing. Like they were like, let her hit the Miles Morales. I don't think there's anything we can teach her. They were like, I don't think there's anything we can do. Just what do you need? How's it going? You know? After a while, they didn't give up. No, they didn't give up, but they were just like, we don't really need to parent her. Just check in every once in a while. Disappointed dad never worked on me. And I was like, oh, I think my dad's been disappointed to me exactly one time. And then I was like, he was like, how could you? And I was like, well, you see, it wasn't my fault. And he was like, but I was like, you can't make me feel bad about this. I was like, you can't make me feel bad about this because I won't. And he was like, okay, well, how you doing? Do a little better next time. And I was like, I'll try. And that was the end of the conversation. And then he was like, do you need anything? And I was like, no, I'm good. 1,000% truth right here. I don't know. Why would they yell at you when the planes already mess up your hearing? I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the planes. You don't think you've been yelled at since you left tech school? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think I did get yelled at a lot as a child because I'm pretty sure, and this isn't like me outing my mom or anything, but I genuinely thought because of the kind of kid I was that like if she didn't yell, she probably thought I wasn't listening, because I have this look on my face a lot of the time where I'm not listening. It looks like I'm not listening, but like I can hear everything. I just don't need to stare at you to listen to you. It can play 4K Blu-rays too. They didn't give up, they understood. Exactly. They were like, she's just gonna do their own thing, and there's nothing I could do about it. There's nothing I could do about it. Oh my god. It's gonna be like 30 minutes. Okay. Sorry, checking in. My captain, Mariko Suchino, lovely, lovely, lovely girly, is telling us to make sure that we have like all of our water, which I do have water. I have my water bottle right here, actually. I've been drinking a lot of wine, so. Water break! Am I gonna stream my POV of the tournament? Probably not, because it's just gonna be a lot of me sitting there, and then I can't be in the tournament. I was in the tournament all day yesterday, and I have plans I cannot skip out on today. Like I have to meet with family and stuff like that. So the tournament was like 6 hours, and unless the snow starts in like the next hour or so, I have to commit to those plans. So I can't be in all day, but like I said, I already talked to them about that, and we have subs and or alternates available. We have subs or alternates available for me. I already talked to Mariko about it last night, and that's good. Which, Commanda, you're one of the subs. You're one of the subs. Look at the time, it's Scotch o'clock. I actually did not buy any hard liquor. I only bought wine. I should have bought hard liquor. There's actually still time. There's actually still time, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, because the only like real mixers I have in my house at the moment are blue curacao, apple juice, LaCroix, and triple sec, and limes and lemons, and no. There's what kind of tournament? It is the J3 Marvel Rivals Community Clash Tournament, where over 600 teams are like battling it out for a $30,000 cash prize. Although we all know that like there's going to be 12 streamers at the top battling it out for the 30K. So I have a pretty nihilistic view when it comes to creator and or community tournaments, because I kind of already know the outcome, you know? But it is, I do, like in that aspect, but I do really like the fact of like being in a tournament and like putting my skills against another player. But like when it comes to actually like doing well, like there are a lot of people who are very ruthless, you know? And I don't think there's really anything I can do about that. Like I don't play Marvel Rivals enough to like pretend that I have a chance at winning. I think I could do pretty well if I like really hunkered down, but it's been a weird season. Like I don't know how to play Deadpool. I've got like 5 characters under my belt, and I can really only do my best. I would like to make it to the top one day, but when you see your competition, you know what I mean? Like it's like, dang, these people are hyper fixated, focused, passionate. They have only played this game and nothing else. Like I think like sometimes I think a lot of them actually like dropped out and quit to play this game because they're gonna make a name for themselves. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stand aside. you know how like you hear, like you're just running and jogging, you're just minding your business, getting your morning jog in, and then you hear behind you some of the sweatiest, ball slappingest footsteps you ever hear, because this person's really got to get their cardio workout in or something like that, like calisthenics, cardio, whatever. What do? I move over to the side and I let that person pass me. I'm like you just found out about that like 3 hours ago. Yeah, the roster lock was on Thursday. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean. Like, if I'm just running in the park, just to like, oh, light jog, you know, it's just the morning, it's like cool walk, everything's good. And then you hear the, yeah, I'm moving to the side, okay? And that's kind of, I'm just gonna scoot over a little bit and let you do your thing. But I know that about myself. Am I still gonna try my hardest? Absolutely, I don't want to lose. You won't like me when I lose. But like at the same time, I'm not going to get mad if like the sweatiest tryhard on the planet really needs that like 30K and be like, I hope you make it. But I don't know. There are 2 wolves inside of me. One of them wants the win. One of them knows how things like this works. Positive mindset only. I could have both. I could do both. I just realized I still had ears on this customizable model, so I need to like get rid of them later. But I kind of like the fact of having like secret ears. I don't know. I kind of like, look, you guys you're used to seeing me with ears. Why is it gotta be ball slapping? That's just a phrase. It's just a phrase. And also, if they're running, aren't they slapping? Just speaking from a biologist's perspective. I'm sorry. Aren't they slapping though? Like, hold on. Aren't they slapping though? Like, actually. Scientifically speaking, I don't think I can do it again. Scientifically speaking, are they not slapping though? Very movable object versus unstoppable force. Etro in the way of a jogger. No, I'm moving. Because you're not launching me into space with that. You're not launching me into space. Okay. You're not doing it. Bad. No done. I just realized we've been sitting here in silence this whole time. Crazy work. Go sit in the corner. No. No. Oh yeah, I kind of like leaked this model yesterday because I sent the 5-head. If you check the Discord, exclamation point Discord in the chat, I accidentally like leaked this model because, well, not accidentally, it was on purpose. I thought it was so funny because I made that. I was like. I couldn't help myself. I had to send a screenshot. I had to send a screenshot. Actually, when you run, your balls have a 99.876% chance to be slapping against your thighs, making quite the acoustics. It's very acoustic in there. I gotta go. I gotta go. Guys. Does weather affect the slappiness? I don't know. Does it? I don't know. I don't know. I would like to think that, like, maybe if it's like muggy, you know, like in muggy climates, it's just wet, and like in like colder climates, it's like pretty okay because like the skin is dry, and like, I don't know, maybe running in the cold is actually good for you because all the sweat is kind of like cooling you off. But I don't know about the sound. It affects the smell. God, you're terrible. I am a lady. What are you saying? Ew! You telling me you stink sometimes? Gross. You emit odor on a regular basis? God. Humidity reduces slappiness due to sickiness. Okay, so it reduces the slappiness. So then you'd want to run in the heat? But then, okay, so think about it this way. I don't want like anything stuck to me while I'm running. Why don't you just tape them down? No, because I'm right. No, because I'm right. This is Lady Talk. I'm asking a very real question. Ow, I think a Band-Aid is not enough. I just read that on the side after I asked that question. Just tape them down, man. That's fine. Wear tighter pants. Why are they moving at all? I don't understand that if I'm running and I'm trying to like that would be so irritating, right? So like why not just like tape them down, secure them so they don't get in the way. And now I can run freely, gamble freely, like frolic through the park at a moderate speed. Just duct tape them down. Yeah, you're fine. Spandex shorts is the answer. Yeah, like you guys need like shapewear for when you're jogging. Don't they already have that? We're in the future. I'm pretty sure they have that. When they stick to your eyes, or tape them down. That way, if they ever like they're all that way, it's always stuck to your thigh. You get used to it. This is Lady Talk. You know the amount of things that we have taped into place? We're not telling you something that we don't know. Bro, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I'm gonna give you guys a little life lesson. I'm gonna leave you on this. We all know what you're doing. Everybody knows what you're doing when you do that. There are some people out there who's like, no one's gonna notice. I notice. I've seen people picking their noses like in their car and they're like trying to like, nah, I wasn't doing that. Nah, I was just scratching the other side of my nose. You just didn't see it. It just looked like I was picking my nose. It's like, ma'am, you were digging for treasure. You were looking for the lost city of Atlantis in your own fucking skull. Yeah. Okay. We all know. We all know what you're doing. I'm never discreet about it. That's crazy. Have a little bit. Do it like, it's just like, look, we all know what you're doing, so just go somewhere else to do it. Like, go to a dark alleyway. Like, hide your shame. Okay? I get like Eugene Krabs. I'll look you in the eyes. What shame? Do not. Remove yourself from my presence. If you ever think that you know what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna hit the crab rave. I'm gonna hit the crab rave in front of Etro right now. You have no shame. You are correct. You're a freak. Sorry. All right, I gotta go. Check-ins in like 5 minutes. But I do want to say this, like my current chatting room and my current working office need to be severely updated. So now that I have a new face, I would like to get a new office and like chatting room so that we can just kind of yap to our heart's content. Because I kind of like, I have Etro Radio. I kind of like Etro Radio where you can just like drink and yap. It goes back to like some of my very, very first streams on the internet where it was just me sitting in a room, drinking whiskey and just streaming and then hoping for the best, okay? So I want to make sure that we have another room. I have found some assets where I can kind of make like a little restaurant thing so that it kind of looks like a little like gamer, like arcade bar type of thing. And I think that would be really cool. I think it would be a really good start, and then we can add more assets onto it like as time goes by. So look forward to that. I'm not changing my entire overlay again. I do like this overlay and I'm gonna keep this overlay, but for when we're like just chatting and yapping and stuff, like right now we just have the ski lodge and you know, spring is coming and I just kind of want to change it up a little bit. But yeah, look forward to that. Tomorrow, what did I say we were doing tomorrow? Tomorrow is Sunday, so there is no stream. But if you guys are nice to me and I don't have to like leave the house tomorrow, then we can play some bits and bobs. I do want to play bits and bobs right now, but I have to go and play a Marvel Rivals tournament. Or at least like check in for it, you know. You've lost an inch due to smaller ears. No. No, wait. No, wait. Ah, it can't be true. Oh, fuck. But like, yeah. So I gotta go lock in. I'm sorry, like I said it was Mustache, but it was kind of Mustache, but it was mostly yapping and just hanging out and vibing and chatting. We're not gonna raid into anyone, but if anyone on my team is streaming their POV, I will at them in the Discord. But also, yeah, just make sure you're in the Discord because we have fun there. It's a good time, and if you're not on the Discord, you can follow me on Twitter, where sometimes I'm getting better at posting things. I truly am. Good luck, get as far as you can. I'm trying really hard to lock in. I would very much like to lock in. I don't know, my invis is okay, my penny is okay, but I don't think it's okay enough depending on like some of the ranks of these people. Like our second match was against like 5 Celestials and 1 Grandmaster, and it was just like, god damn. You know, like we actually got trolled in that match. It was kind of bad because we couldn't do anything. Like it's hard to fight people like of your caliber, you know. It's hard to fight people that are like 5 times your caliber. Yeah. Scared to join rivals so you can do anything in the PS4. It's okay because I heard that the console is actually easier to be good at the game. Like in like the console ranks and like ranked matches and quickly matches are a lot more forgiving than PC matches. So you can do, I think you'll do well on console. I think you will. And it's auto optimized, so you don't have to worry about like your PC's like how much is taking out of your PC or anything like that. Unemployed, maidenless gameplay, I find. I think you'll have a good time. The PS4 would explode. No. I have Marvel Rivals on my PS5 and it's not so bad. It's genuinely not so bad. But yeah, I gotta go. It's 1:45. Oh my god, tournament starts in like 15 minutes. Alright. I'd like to report a murder. It's okay. It's okay. Get out of here. I will. But like, I will see you guys probably on Tuesday, or on Mari's stream of me just being like that unhinged, disembodied voice, right? But until I see you again, I want you to have a good morning, afternoon, evening, twilight, sunrise, sunset, golden hour, golden shower. I want you to be nice to yourselves. I want you to be nice to others. And I want you to stay hydrated. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for coming to today's stream. That is all. Yeah!